See, first and foremost, I would like to clarify that Hindraf shot to fame only upon the 25th November Hindraf rally. At the time of the 25th November Hindraf rally, I was the Hindraf leader. Of course, I do not assert this point because to me, being a leader or otherwise does not matter. What mattered to me most is the struggle of the Indian poor. So it didn't really matter to me. So 25th November, every shot in Hindraf, I was firing every shot in Hindraf. The whole Hindraf operations was based from my legal firm in Mutiara Bangsa, and immediately after my detention under the ISA on the 13th of December 2007, Vedamurti, it was only then that Vedamurti took charge of Hindraf. Though he was the chairman of Hindraf until 25th November 2007, or about 3 months before the 25th November of 2007, Hindraf was a mere $2 company, like a $2 company, a dormant NGO. It never really took off. And Vedamurti was more the chairman of Vivekananda Youth Movement than the chairman of Hindraf. It was more Vivekananda Youth Movement was more of a social club. They sing tewarams and play jalras and have family days in Barisan and have house family gatherings and all that. That was Vedamurti about 3 months before the Hindraf rally. And immediately, and I did not want to reveal this fact any earlier because I did not want to open up to public gossips that the two siblings are fighting for positions. But now that Vedamurti has actually hijacked Hindraf and pledged full support to Barisan Nasional, and in fact going around to the ground, my heart bleeds when I saw people, Hindraf supporters who were shouting UMNO racist and anti-BN slogans today at the nomination center carrying the Barisan Nasional flags. My heart bled. My heart is still bleeding. I'm very, very upset. To me, it's a betrayal. Vedamurti has betrayed the Hindraf cause, which is totally unacceptable. And be that as it may, I still lead the original 18-point demand Hindraf. I still lead Hindraf, and the Hindraf struggle, the original Hindraf struggle, which was against the injustices committed by the Barisan Nasional government, that struggle continues. Even now, today is the 23rd of April 2013. Today is the third day of the campaigns in these 13 general elections. Despite the fact that that Pakatan Rakyat has refused to make way for me in Kota Raja and in Sri Andalas to contest against Barisan Nasional on a one-to-one basis. Basically, they did not give me a seat. But putting that aside, I would like to give my sincere position, the political directions which I would like to give the Indians in these 13 general elections is do not vote for Barisan Nasional. That's very clear. Hindraf supporters and the Indians who want to vote for Pakatan, that's entirely up to them. But Hindraf will not take responsibility for Pakatan's non-delivery when they get to Putrajaya. Why I'm saying this is because in the Putrajayas of Kedah, Penang, Selangor, Kelantan and Perak for 11 months, Pakatan has delivered no or very little to the Indian poor. There had been no or very little permanent and wholesome solutions. If Barisan Nasional gives 1 packet of rice, Pakatan Rakyat gives 2. If Barisan Nasional gives 1 packet of hamper to the Indian poor, if Barisan Nasional gives 1 packet of hamper to the Indian poor, Pakatan Rakyat gives 2. So they are playing the same game. In these general elections, the main theme of my campaign among the masses is that to end racism, to end all forms of institutionalized racism in this country, practiced by the UMNO Barisan Nasional government at the federal level, and also the Pakatan Rakyat states in the state level, and also by the private sector. So this is the thrust of my struggle, and as I said, among the first things I would like to do, assuming I win as an MP in this constituency, is to move a motion in Parliament to rectify the United Nations International Convention on the elimination of all forms of racial discrimination. To me, Malaysia is the world's most racist country, and the most victimized and the most marginalized being the Indian poor. And the second thing I would like to do is to move an emergency motion in Parliament for the elimination of all forms of racial discrimination in Malaysia, all forms of institutionalized racial discrimination in Malaysia, which has to come to an end, and to outlaw racism and to make it a criminal offence to make it a criminal offence to practice racism in this country. So these are the things we would like to do. And what is the most important point I would like to stress here is, at an era where a black man has gone to the White House, not for the first time, second term, and at an era carrying a Muslim name to add on to that, can be the president of 85% white United States of America in Malaysia, both under the Pakatan governments and the Barisan Nasional governments. An Indian cannot even get a job as an office boy in a government department. We are far, far away. So our main theme in these elections in Kota Raja and also in Sri Andalas is to end racism in Malaysia once and for all.